I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're...
Husband. We're back for story time.
So
what's the topic today?
How we met.
Ding, ding, ding. Story time. How we met.
Yeah. What are we gonna watch tonight? Are we gonna finish our movie? We're watching...
10-something Cloverfield Lane.
something like that.
Oh.
We were halfway through it and I started falling asleep and then Aaron got mad at me.
I got mad because I wanted you to watch the movie.
You're like... You started screaming at me.
I did the
Woke
thing.
me up.
Wait,
I was like this. slowly closing, and then he said, "Turn it off! You're gonna fall asleep." I'm watching.
First-
the girl just got locked into the...
No, spoilers. No, first I did this thing where you were sleeping, close your eyes. No, this is what I do when I know that he's not watching the movie. I can sense it. And then he was like, okay, so you're closing your eyes. You don't act like you want to sleep. You're closing your eyes, and like I go like this. I put my hand in front of his face. No, you can't feel it. You feel it eventually after like 5 minutes, and then you open your eyes and you're like, I can't see anything.
Like you have the patience to do that for 5 minutes. Get out of here with that. He does it for like 0.2 seconds.
Point is, you weren't watching it. We're gonna finish it tonight. Okay, we gotta get to our story time.
Okay, so it's how we met.
Where do we start?
How we met. Well, I guess. Okay, so I guess I should start because I'm the one that began everything.
The process? You
process.
Started it all. Yeah, go ahead.
So I had literally just come out of the closet like a couple months before, and I had never had a boyfriend. But I was surfing the web, and I stumbled upon Aaron's
MySpace.
Or MySpace.
MySpace was the place to be though back then. Like you can, like that was
You
like
can
the
put your own music on your site. You can make it all about you. Like that was your space.
It was the first of the social media like boom. It was huge. Like
It was.
You remember when it blew up? Like
I do.
Everyone had a MySpace.
I do.
Everyone
And I remember like
had
the
a
cool
MySpace.
scene kids were like, or back then emo kids were just like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna go on I was one of those kids.
And then they did it.
Yeah, because like all my friends had it. I'm like, fine,
I have to get it, yeah.
I'll have one.
I remember going to the library, and because I didn't have internet, I had to go to the library and log in and go on MySpace at the freaking library or to my friend's house because I didn't have internet and I was a poor kid.
Oh, stop it. Where's the violins? Cue the violins. Yeah, what was that?
So you hit me up.
I did.
I
didn't think he was gonna hit me. I didn't think he was gonna respond because he had over 10,000 followers, and I had like 200 or something. I had like only people I know.
I was a MySpace whore.
Yeah, he was a MySpace whore, and so.
But in a good way.
Yeah, and so,
I did my art on there. It wasn't like I was like whoring myself out to random people. I was like I had all my art on there and like I used to
art. So I found him and I thought he was really, really cute, and so I hit him up. I sent him a message, and I didn't think anything of it, like he would ever respond. And I think that day he responded. So the first thing Aaron said to me was, "Hey, your profile is private."
I couldn't like, because that's what you have. Like you have a private profile, and it's like you can't see the person's profile. You don't know anything about them. I was skeptical. I thought he was a bot. I thought he was a fake person. I couldn't see anything about
Get the
him.
hell out of here! Like you even freaking cared. So I unblocked it, and then we started talking, and that grew into, I think we started talking more on AIM. That moved on to AIM. I don't even know if these people know what AIM is.
Please tell me you know what AIM is. Please,
I know.
God, tell me you know what AIM is.
And from then, we started talking on the phone. And I remember right off the bat, because we were obviously flirting with each other from the beginning, but I remember right off the bat, Aaron telling me that he wasn't looking for a boyfriend. And so to me, that meant like, yeah, no, there's no way. So I was like, okay, well, I had no gay friends at that point. I had no I had nothing. So I was like, I just wanted to be his friend at that point then. Well, I didn't want to be his friend. I wanted to be more, but
let's cut that right there. So like go to me, cut to me, because this is what I was thinking at that time. This is what I was thinking at that time. I really wanted to try the friends first kind of thing.
So you're he's basically saying that he was a giant whore back then. And
I was not a whore, first of all, no. But I know that like, it's so much better that way. Like, you get to know the person. I really thought there was something there. That's why I was like, okay, I want to take this, like, do this right. I want to do this right. I want to be friends first and be like, grow into something if it's meant to be. You know what I mean? Like,
Which was awesome. But from my point of view, all he wanted to be was friends. So that's where I was like in the friend zone. And I was like, I was okay with that, even though I really, really liked him. But by then we had only talked on the internet. So I was like, I'll be friends with him. And we kept talking on AIM for about a week. And then we moved on to talking on the phone at night until like 2 o'clock
all
in the
hours
morning.
in the morning, yeah.
And we would watch shows together. We would like, we were living at our parents' house. We were like, I was in a freshman college.
And I was the ripe old age of 18.
Yeah. So, so then we actually met up for the first time.
Oh, the
and
first
I
time.
went to go pick
Oh
him
my
up.
god, this was like, it's weird.
I
'cause
remember
haven't
the first
thought
time
about-
I saw you.
I remember the first time I saw you too, and it's been a while since I've actually thought of this.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't think about this kind of thing.
I was picking him up from his house, and I remember like he was just about to open the door, and I thought I was funny or something, so I drove up a little ahead, and he was like,
Oh.
like, and he almost tripped. I don't know why he did that.
I remember like, cause I was like getting in the passenger seat, I had to duck down to get in, and I was like getting in, and like I saw you, and I was like,
Oh, stop it! You're ridiculous.
Just like angels were singing. No, you were so cute though. I remember
He's getting
seeing.
laid tonight.
I am getting late tonight. Yeah, you just look like just a nice small town kind of guy that, you know what I mean? Like, I loved
I
it.
am a nice guy.
You are a nice guy. You have a good heart, and it was just great to see you for the first time. Just be like, wow, like he looks even better in person.
Let me get to my turn.
Okay, go ahead. So what was your experience?
I thought he was hot as hell, and I like wanted to like jump on him the moment I saw him.
But we were just friends, right?
Yeah.
We were just doing the friends thing.
Yeah, and so we were just hanging out, but I totally got the mixed signals. I totally got mixed signals from Aaron because we were like hanging out. We were in the car with each other for like 30 minutes trying to figure out what to do or where to go. And while we were driving, honestly, 15, 30 minutes in, he called his friend, his best friend, Jill at the time, and asked what she was doing, and she was at the local mall where Aaron actually worked, and she was like, oh, you want to hang out with us? And she was like, yeah, come meet us up. So he had me drive to the mall to hang out with her and her friend, and for me, that was like, oh, he really didn't want to be alone with me. And so I really didn't think he was interested. I was
So
just
not
like,
the case.
anyways, I took him home, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was really just not interested in me, and he hit me up later and asked to hang out again. So I was like, okay, maybe he wants to be friends. And so we hung out one more time, and at the end of hanging out, that was just me and him at the end of the night at like, it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was dropping him off, and we were parked outside his house, and Aaron was about to leave, and I was still thinking that he was not interested. And so he was like, he asked to go home. He said, oh, I have to go home for something. And I was like, okay. So I was getting mixed signals again, like he really wanted to leave. And then he was about to get out of the car, and he was just like, I really don't want to leave. He's like, I really want to hang out. And I was like, okay.
I remember like, yeah, like that whole moment of
But
us
he was
just
like leaving. Like,
but we were just
turned
like this
around.
the whole time, just like, I just like
No,
mesmerized kind of. We were just like
yeah,
kind of
so
like,
we're like
just like
this.
this, like the whole time, like seriously, like minutes long of us just like staring at each other, kind of. But
Yeah.
like no one wanted to make the first move, so it was kind of like, and then you were
Well,
like.
because he told me he didn't want to.
I know, but really
so
I
what was I
did.
supposed to do?
I'm kind of like, yeah, I was like, I wanted to do something, but I just didn't want to just say it like that. I'm not that kind of girl. So no, we were just like, what, playing with each other's lip rings?
Oh, I didn't have a lip ring at the time.
Oh, yeah, you did
I
have
did
one
have
at the
one
time.
later. He
So
had
you were-
snake bites.
and you were
He had
playing
a
with them
lip
like
ring. He was
this
such a
the
little
whole
emo
time.
kid.
I know.
And I was like playing. I was like, oh, your lip rings are so cool. And he's like, yeah, you touch it or something.
And meanwhile, I was like trying to get,
oh, it's
I was
so
like getting
cool.
closer,
We're getting
and
closer,
closer, and closer,
Yeah.
until it finally just happened, like
Well,
fireworks.
Yeah. And then we were making out for a while. But then
Oh
we
no.
we didn't get it interrupted until we had high beams on us, and it ended up being his mom driving up. To this day, I don't know if your mom saw
To
us.
this day, 10 years later, we should ask her.
Yeah.
10 years later, and like we still don't know if she actually saw us, but I remember her beams flashing
It
at
was
us.
totally her car,
And we were just both like deer in headlights, like staring at the camera, like, oh shit, that's
And we were
my
making
mom.
out.
And I was like, all right, now it's time to go.
Yeah. So the next day, I still didn't know what to think of it because I had so many mixed signals from him. Like, he wanted to be friends, but then he made out with me. Then I was like, maybe he just wanted to make out. Maybe he was just, I don't know. So I didn't think anything of it, went to bed. And the next morning when I woke up, the first thing I did was go on MySpace, and he hit me up and asked if we can go out. And I was like, yeah, for sure. I was so excited. I was so stoked. We actually still have that conversation too when he actually asked me out. Just super embarrassing.
Super embarrassing. So that's how two guys met, eventually became boyfriend and boyfriend, and then somewhere down the road became...
Other than
Alright, I hope you guys like that story time. We have a lot of other stories too. Some are more embarrassing, some are more...
This one was pretty embarrassing, but we didn't say like the whole...
I think we said
We said a
enough.
little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys want to see more story times, let us know which ones you want us to hear, because we've been through, honestly, a lot in the last 10 years. So, if you have any suggestions
It
or
hasn't even
anything...
been 10 years. We keep
I
saying
know,
10 years. So
10
it
years
feels
in
like
January!
January will be 10 years.
So, if you guys want to hear any more story times, let us know which ones,
Yeah.
and we'll get right on that. Alright, make sure to subscribe and like, and we love you guys.